So starting at the library homepage, I'm going to go to a database called Academic OneFile. I'm going to click on the Articles tab, click on the A to Z list, and Academic OneFile is the first one on the list. This is a Gale database. It has 3 different ways that you can search. One of them is just by using the search bar and typing in your keyword or your topic. But first I'm going to show you the other 2 ways. One of them is the topic finder. So if I click on topic finder, I get a search bar. I'm going to type in my topic, which is social media. It's a very broad topic, so what it brings back are these tiles. And these are all the things relating to social media within the database. I'm interested, I think, in the mental health of adolescents and social media. So I'm going to click here on this health tile. And now you can see that we have a number of different topics relating to social media and health. And I'm going to click on mental health, and you'll see on the right hand side it changes to results that talk about adolescents and social media. And this is another way to narrow down your topic, is to think about the demographic that you want to look at. Are you going to look at adults? Are you going to look at children, adolescents, teenagers, young adults? Those are all very important keywords. So I can see here I have a number of results. I'm just going to click on this first one just as an example. This is opening up to an actual scholarly article, and we have the name of the scholarly journal, the volume and issue it was published in, all of the authors who wrote it. You can see below that it's giving you an overview of what the problem is. This does not look like a research article. It looks more like a literature review, which tells you about all the studies that are going on about this issue, and it gives you an overview, which is really a great type of article to use for your pre-research. You can also see on the right-hand side, it gives you other articles relating to the same topic. And then the tools at the top here are very helpful. So this first tool is the citation tool. Make sure you understand from your professor which citation style you're using. This is the MLA one. If I clicked on APA, it will change it to APA. Then you hit select, it will copy it, and now you can paste it into a Word doc, a Google Doc. You can actually download it to your Google Drive or your OneDrive. And I recommend when you start your research to start keeping track of these, because it will have the link in it to get back to the article. You can also email it to yourself, and what it will do is it will send you the permalink to the article, so it will bring you back to the database. You can download this, you can print it, and this link is really important. This is called the permalink. If I select and copy this, I can copy this into my notes that I'm taking on my articles, and it will bring you back to exactly what you're looking at on the screen. Do not use this one at the top. This is just a timestamp. If you sent this to your professor would not be able to get back to this article. You have to use the permalink. Okay, so now if we go back to the topic finder, I can, continue my pre-research by looking at other different things within these tiles. I can also go back to the home page by clicking back on the orange Gale Academic OneFile. And now we're going to look at the subject guide search. And it's important to use this tool sometimes as well, because sometimes we don't have the right keyword to search the database. Sometimes the database uses a different synonym. So this is sometimes a great place to go if you're not sure. I'm going to put social media in. And you can see that all the subject terms are listed here that relate to social media. The first one obviously is the right word to be using in the database. You can see I have 47,000 results. So I'm going to click on that. And now again, you can see that I have 12,000 academic journals, 6,000 magazines, 1,100 videos, way too many results. So this is where you start to narrow things down by using some of the tools. So first I'm going to click full text. That's going to eliminate quite a few. I'm also going to change my publication date because I only want to look at research that's from within the last 5 years. And sometimes your professor will say 10 or 12, so just make sure you know what the parameters are. Most professors require you to look within the last 5 years because if a topic has been around for quite a while, there's going to be a lot of information, so you want the most recent. I'm going to click apply, and now I'm looking at quite a fewer results, still too many, but we used only social media. I didn't include any demographics like adolescents or teenagers. I also didn't look at any aspect of social media like mental health or how businesses might optimize social media, things like that. So now I can start looking through the titles, and this is how you start to decide on which aspect you want to research. So maybe here's one, the impact of social media addiction on employees' well-being and work productivity. So the demographic here would be probably adults. It also would be more mental health related, since social media can become an addiction for some people. That's not exactly what I'm interested in. So I just keep looking. And you can see that there isn't much about adolescents here. If I kept going through all 2000, I might be able to find some. So what I'm going to do is click on the advanced search here, and I'm going to use social media mental health, and I'm going to do adolescents, and it's going to put it in quotation marks, and I'm going to do or young adults or teenagers, and I'm going to make social media also in quotation marks and mental health, because what the database does sometimes is it will break those two words into their own words. Okay, I guess it didn't like my quotation marks. Okay, so I'm going to hit search, and now you can see that I am getting the results that I want. I have 25 journals, 2 magazines, 149 news sources, and 2 videos. So I've definitely narrowed my search down, and now these are much more manageable results to go through. Again, I want to make sure my publication date is not changed, so I'm going to put those back in. I'm going to hit apply, and let's see if we get rid of any more. So I've got rid of a few. I'm down to 16. And full text documents is still checked. If your professor says that you need peer-reviewed journals, you can check this, but for the most part, what is going to come back are academic journals, as you can see at the top here, magazines, which could be also trade journals, which are just for professionals in a certain field, and you're going to get news articles. I suggest if you're in your pre-research phase, news articles is a good way to go because it's going to be a subject that's been in the news, and you can read about findings and things through different publications that would be news related, like US News. Sometimes you'll see newspaper articles in here. And those are sometimes good for background information. When you go to look at academic journals, make sure those are required by your professor because they require a different kind of way about reading them. So that is all I'm going to show you at this point. Hopefully this will be helpful in your research. If you have questions, please reach out to a librarian. Thanks.